What's going on, guys? Beatbox Blade Slashing in here, and today I am here to tell you the tale of how I became a brony. Originally, I actually made and finished a rap for this specific video about how I became a brony, but I decided not to do it. But if you guys really want to see it, leave a comment, I guess, if you really want to see it. But anyway, my story is not like all that exciting or anything. I was, I believe, like 13, 14. I was using my Nintendo 3DS, which I actually have right here, and I was on Netflix, and I was looking around through shows on Netflix, and I came across MLP, and I was like, why not? Because it was like 2 in the morning. And then I watched the first episode, and I'm like, well, I at least got to see how it ends, because the first 2 episodes were a 2-parter. So I saw it, and then I was like, wow, this is actually really interesting. And so I watched the next episode, watched the next one, and the next one, and then I went to sleep. And the next day I watched another one, and then I remember being at my dad's house watching season 3 finale, because that's how far the show was at the time. And I remember just being in, I can't remember what room it was, but I was sitting there watching it, and I saw Twilight become an alicorn, and I'm like, what? Because I was more invested in this show than any other show I had ever watched before. And so that's, I suppose, just that right there is what sparked me to, well, do what I'm doing now. It's because right then I hadn't actually heard of the term brony, or like the brony fandom. I was just like, you think people will find it weird if I'm a guy who watches MLP? So I was like, whatever. And I'm one of those people who, when somebody says something like mean towards me, it doesn't affect me whatsoever. And thus, once I found out about the brony fandom and just accepted myself as a brony because I loved the show, I went throughout my school back when I was in school, and I was like, yeah, I'm a brony. And I remember being in one of my classes, and at the time I had like watched an episode about Big Mac or something, or maybe I was just super into the show, and my teacher asked me something, and I went, yep, acting like Big Mac. And afterwards I actually met a friend of mine now, back then when I didn't know him, and he was also a brony, and for some reason I didn't notice, is because he was wearing an MLP necklace and so was I, but neither of us saw each other until I did that. And I'm like, hey, are you a brony too? And he's like, yeah. And then thus that started like one of my, I suppose I could say, my favorite friendships in my class. But ever since then, I've just been watching more and more into the show. I was super excited about Equestria Girls when it first came out. I remember making plans with my friend I just talked about to go see it in like an actual movie theater. We didn't end up actually doing that because we were children, but it was pretty good. And now here I stand making YouTube videos about MLP. I even have, hold on, this figure of Discord. The lighting's a little bit weird, but you can see it. It's a figure of Discord. It's because Discord is awesome. Whoa. So yeah, that was my my tale of being a brony. I'm still going full strong, as you can see as by my YouTube channel. And that's about it. This is Beatbox Blade, thinking out of the box. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as share with your friends if you feel like it, and I will see you this Saturday with a brand new video. So for now, have a good one.